gonna be doing pretty much breaking down our top five prospects in the draft, and we're going by position every other week. And the first one we decided because Roller wanted to be funny, we made tackle. He said tackle, so this is left and right tackles, man. And do y'all want me to go first, or do y'all want to say y'all list first?
You go first so that I can pay attention to some other things.
All right, man. So pretty much, like I said, oh, first, fifth, yes, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
let's do it
right.
like
That's a
that.
good
Let's do it
idea.
like that.
That's
Let's do it
a
like that.
that's a better
Yeah, let's do
idea.
it like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. All right. We'll do it like that. And in the case of that point, I guess y'all want to know who my fifth is.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you what. Here's my fifth. My fifth tackle in the 2026 draft. When it comes to prospects, I say I like Blake Miller, Clemson, right tackle. 6'6", 305. I like Blake Miller, man. Um, Most important thing about Blake Miller is the fact that this man has never missed a game. He's never missed a game. Stayed 5 years at Clemson. Never was no transfer type of cat or whatnot. Basically waited all the way to I believe his junior year where he got his first start and played every game since, man. I got some notes right here, man. That's why I said, of course, durable. He can play both left and right if he wants to. He's got the footwork. It's not very common for tackles to every tackle, especially big, especially the like especially highly rated tackles are are not going to like be familiar with playing both positions, left or right, just because they're just focused and kept to one side and whatnot, and then they try to develop there. But Blake Miller's kind of different with that, where he can play both left and right. He's got kind of the footwork down when it comes to that. I think he moves well in space, like a lot of the tackles in this class. Obviously, not like the other list people I have on this list, but depending like some yeah, obviously not as movable as other people I have on this list, but it's pretty decent. The only thing I would say his biggest knock is that the fact that he's got low pad level. No, no, excuse me, high pad level. He gets high, a little bit high at times, man. And don't get me wrong, he's athletic, but when you compare it to some of these cats that when they're doing pull blocking to his compared to his peers, he does look a little slower. And to me, it's only just because he comes up high. I think once somebody just kind of gets that to keep his pad level low, he'll just look as athletic as maybe somebody like a Fano or a Caden Proctor when they're pulling out. Uh, but he has it. And then I think uh, only thing I said, and then not the only thing, but another weakness I had for him is that the fact that when it came to like outside rushers, and when I mean outside rusher, I really mean speed rushers, the twitchy guys. I think they could just kind of run around them. But I mean, this is the NFL. You got a bunch of damn bendy ass freaks like that can just kind of run around you or dip under you on any tackle, especially some of the lower ones. Miller's on the lighter side too. He's only 6'6", 305, probably 290. But add some little, he wants to get some NFL peanut butter. He might be a solid like 312, 315, man. But other than that, this is kind of the notes that I put down were just to kind of highlight what stuck out to me. I think he's pretty decent. Not a deep. He's a good run blocker, and I think he's got pretty much good technique when it comes to pass blocking, and that's why Blake Miller is really my fifth tackle. And right outside of him would be Isaiah World out of Oregon. He's kind of like faces six, but I feel like Isaiah World's not really that much of a flash product. He's more like someone safe, and that's why I got Blake Miller as my five. So that's me on Blake Miller.
I can go next. Now, mind you, forgive me because I did have to work a lot as of recent and I haven't stayed long hours. So my list is gonna be a little bit different. Um, but for this list, I would say that my fifth player for this list is probably Monroe Freeling, right? From Georgia. Um, Mind you, I did pay attention to a lot of Georgia games, and I don't normally pay attention to the O line. I did pay attention to 73 and 69, but I never paid attention to Freeling. When I watched the highlights or the tape, This dude, he's a really good run blocker. When it comes up to it, he creates a lot of space. Um, he is very good. When it comes up to motion, when you move him sliding, right? But I feel like in the
Pulling.
past, yeah, pulling. I feel
Mhm.
like more like in the pass block game, he has a lot to work on. His feet is kind of like iffy when it comes up to it. Like when I think it's more like when bull rushers basically come after him, right? He tends to kind of get his feet set weird, and that could be an issue, especially if he goes into the league. He kind of like um play versus those some of those bigger guys. Um, Also, he tends to kind of let me see what I said. He also tends to let me see. He anticipates a little bit. He anticipates stuff a little bit too quickly. I feel like if he could work on that. Of course, it's not much of an issue. It's not like that big of that's the big issue, but I would say he's probably my fifth tackle in this one. Not biased.
Yeah. You- Yep. It's- Yeah. Pulling. Pulling. Yeah. Man, great things to like, man. That's I mean, you already answered the question because I was about to ask y'all. All right, for y'all fifth, for y'all fifth tackles. I mean, where you got to project it at? I think Roland kind of said the same thing. Like I said, I think Blake Miller's probably going to be middle second to early third. What about your guy D? Is he
I
where he at? More potential? So
I mean, he's been getting talked about rising up the boards a little bit himself. I would say he'd probably be a third round pick or early third round pick, probably
you third? All right.
late third,
All right,
early
y'all.
third.
That's the first five, man. Shoot. Yeah, I really feel like Blake Miller probably will fit into offense. Anything that pulls tackles, like counters and all that. Yeah, because he can move. I mean, that's what it. I mean, when you get somebody that's like we said on the light side, like a tackle like that, it's because you want him to move. You got a power running game too. Um, all right, boys. So fourth on my list for the tackles, man, I got Caden Proctor. I ain't gonna lie, I got a lot of negatives better than okays with Caden Proctor, man. I mean, the shoulder in Alabama. I mean, overall, Alabama got a lot of guys from the portal, and as well as Caden Proctor, not from the portal, but no, I think Proctor was not a portal guy, was he? I know he. Yeah, that's what I thought. I know he committed to. I forgot who Caden Proctor committed to first, and went to Bama, but nah, Caden's not a portal guy. Sorry, but what I was getting at is the fact that Alabama really got this, trying to get this athletic offensive line to get the running game going. And it didn't really happen this season. I mean, we saw in the past four games that the fact that they were unable to score in the first half, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that they couldn't get the running game going. Um, the good things I can say about Keenan Pryor before I get into bad things, obviously the kid's big as shit. I mean, yeah, you can't miss his big ass anywhere, man. He's 6'7", 365. D said it earlier when we were talking that he probably is going to have to lose some damn weight to kind of compete into the NFL, especially these pass rushers just keep getting damn smaller. So, but I also said he's an okay mover. I think when it comes to Caden's footwork, if he feels rushed, that's when shit starts looking damn shaky. And when I mean rush, not like actual bull rush, I feel like when he feels like he's in a hurry. And I caught that. I felt like I saw Proctor work out with somebody. It sounded like Willie Anderson. I can understand that. I can hear that lisp anywhere, and it sounded like Willie Anderson he was working with, and he was just doing his kick step and little kick step routine. You can see it, and then they had that for like the first time he did it. It looked choppy, but when he wasn't thinking about it, it looked like, oh shit, this dude look athletic as hell, and it looks smooth and fluid. So once he kind of figures that out, probably take the thinking part out of the game. I think he'll be all right. I think I also feel like he's an intelligent player too. He's able to kind of recognize what the defense is doing. Um, I just think that his mind gets there, but his feet can't get there, just because, like we said, it might have the fact that Caden needs to lose some weight. And then also another positive is, like I said, he's big as shit and strong as shit and got long arms. So if he gets a hold of you, if you one of these bull rushers that run down the middle guy, you're done. That's it. Because really what kills him is like counter moves. And he's got some counters to the counter moves, but really, I mean, if you just run down the middle of him and he gets his hands on you and sits on you, that's it. You're done. He's too damn big to kind of get around. As I said before, I think, like I said, the footwork gets shaky if he just feels like he's rushed, or when he feels a panic, like when the speed rushers start getting around him. I mean, D mentioned it. The reason why he gets pushed back with just one arm like this is because all right, imagine yourself as offensive lines, right? And you coming out your stance, right? You coming out your stance, right? And, you're going here. This is what Caden does. Wax on, wax off. And then so he exposes his chest, because when you do that, sometimes you want to keep your hands up as a offensive lineman pass protector. When you run and shoot your hands, man, you want to be like a mongoose and a cobra. You want to strike, but not overstrike, right? But Caden does, I don't know where he picked this up, but he does like this wax on, wax off, because he's trying to keep his hands ready. But when he does, I mean, you can see it. Bam. And that's how he gets that. That's how he kind of gets pushed into defenders with that long arm technique. So they got to get rid of that, because I think that is a big weakness of it. Because somebody that damn big shouldn't be getting pushed back like that. But that's one thing. If you watch his tape, it stands out because of that reason. Um, I said the technique works good enough, and like I said before, his mind is there. He knows the stunt is coming. He's just not fast. He's just not fast enough to get there. So that's me. But I think that Proctor has a lot of upside just because of his potential, obviously his size, and the fact that he can move well at his size. I got let me not tell you where I think Kane is gonna be put at, but that's what I think about Caden Proctor.
Yeah, I also agree. I was about to say he was gonna be my fourth one as well. Basically, OG kind of mentioned everything that I kind of was thinking, honestly, about Caden Proctor. Again, some of the things is like his footwork. He's kind of too big. I think he needs to kind of lose about like 20, 25 pounds. I think he'll work with that. Um, Also, that being said, again, yeah, he gets what I call it arm bar. He gets arm barred too much. Florida State game was a bad game for him. I think I was watching that game. He kept it felt like almost every couple reps he was getting beat, um, especially in pass protection. Um, and like I said, I think part of it again, if he loses some of that weight, he'll be. I think he'll be good. A lot of that stuff could be fixed. That the footwork and all that. A lot of that stuff could be fixed. So OG said basically most of all of what I was going to say basically. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
All right. See, yeah, I got to get to Ione. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because you think because passing game's about timing. I would describe the running game as all about like quickness and how fast you can get somebody turned. Because like they said, because imagine a woman's I can imagine because a woman's big as hell too. So if he, so I imagine he can't get low enough. That's probably why. So he's coming up like this. Right. He's coming up like this, and we run it outside zone to the left, and everybody's moving this way, and he's trying to get off his block, and he's up. You got somebody like a crouching linebacker. That's it. I could just get under him. I could just stop. Well, I could just stop whatever gap I control it. So it's the reason how you don't get blocked is you lower your surface area because those guys are big. They'll miss you. Yep. So that's why they got to get. I got you. Mike, who knows, man? He could play some tackle in the league. I think he's big enough. It's just he's big enough. All right, boys. So that was our fourth. That's our fourth tackle and slash offensive lineman on our list, man. Tell me where you got your boys at, man. You go first. Where you got Kid and Proctor at?
For some reason, I think they would like him being that big. Of course, they can work it off, but like I think
Yeah.
he would probably be like a second round pick.
What would be his weight range you thinking of, man? I think 20 pounds might not be a realistic for Caden. Maybe it can be. I don't know his body type. He might shut that 20 pounds off like it's nothing.
Yeah,
I think he really is a solid 365. He's big as shit. But I think his playing weight, I think his playing weight is between probably 350, 350, 355.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I was thinking more like throughout the league, they probably gonna lose a lot of that weight.
Wait,
Um, but I would say, yeah, if he loses 10 pounds before the draft, if he
mhm.
can, that I feel like that's a good thing. But to be drafted, I think he's gonna be like a high second round pick.
I'm thinking high second round too, just because. I mean. As far as technique, obviously Caden is not the most like technician in the draft. But you go, I mean, it's the draft. Everybody loves size and rare ass abilities. You ain't gonna find 6'7", 365 moving like that for his size anywhere. So I got high second too.
Plus, if you want to play him at tight end and you know put him in one of them little things, you can. So if you want
He
to,
can catch the ball.
if you want to,
In this NFL, they'll let him get away with it. In other NFLs, I don't give a shit about a penalty. I'll chop your fucking knees. I'll chop your. I'll chop the fuck out you, bro. I'm sorry. I do not give a shit. Oh, big ass bro. Right, bro. But shit, I don't know. Them old school corners used to make it happen. They said, "Fuck that. Watch this." Bam.
chop the fuck out
ACL and shoulders. Yeah.
you. Hmm. Hmm.
You know what? All right, boys. Third one. Third tackle, man. My third tackle. I think it's Francis Might Noah, Miami.
Mm.
And Francis, same thing. Francis kind of the same thing like Caden Proctor. He is nowhere near as goddamn big though. But Francis is a big ass cat. 6'6", 315, man. Like I said, positives are big, strong, wide frame. I mean, same thing I said about Caden Proctor. He gets his hands on you, that's it. You over. You try to bull rush Francis Might Noah's ass down the middle. Nah, you ain't going nowhere, bro. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna anchor you down. And I said for his size, he can move pretty well too. Miami, like it's another team that kind of likes to run zone schemes too, where they might pull a tackle or a guard, and sometimes you'll catch my Noah pull out there, and when he does, he's looking to fuck somebody up. Because I remember on that damn South Florida game, and then last year against forgot who, man, but he messed the shit out of that damn safety, man. He just, ugh. But I mean, look, you can catch him any play pulling. He's looking for work, and he's gonna finish nasty. He's got some nastiness to him that I like about. Um, like I said, the cons are just usual big lineman weakness, but But it ain't too. It's not too glaring to the fact that it's much of a problem. It's more like the fact that look, this is what somebody his size is going to be susceptible to outside rushers, speed rushers, twitch, but he does have the technique to kind of battle that. His technique could be better. I think eventually he'll grow into a technician. And sometimes he could patty cake. He could patty cake block at time where he's just with you. I'm like, man, look, I know you. I know nobody wants to have their hands out too long enough because you eventually you'll start leaning. But it's more like the fact I don't need you going back and forth with this, man. At least get your big ass and move some people. And even though I, I complimented him about being a puller, and when he does do it, he's good enough for do it. But I think when I wrote this negative, where I said not much of a puller, I don't think you want to do it on the NFL level too much with him. Maybe you can. He might get better and just get a little bit more technically sound, but I think he is very capable of it. And yeah, he's pretty quick when it came to analysis, man. I got Francis Magno as my third tackle. He plays right side tackle. 315, 6'6".
Again, you know, I thought I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just say this before I say this answer. I thought Francis was the best tackle. I did. It was of course until I kept watching film, and so it's. I'm not gonna say it's the next two, but like, yeah, Francis is probably three. Cause I've seen guys the other two one is hard to identify. The other is kind of better, right? Roland, I mean, OG knows who I'm talking about. So yeah, man, Francis is at three. Again, kind of the same things as OG was saying. He's a little bigger. Um, kind of has that little punch issue. I think that's what you were saying.
Patty
Punches,
cake. He patty cakes like
patty cake issue. Yeah, he kind of patty cakes.
right.
Um,
He
I
gives me the game.
was I was watching. I had to watch again just to make sure because the other cat and and Francis. I thought Francis was better than the other cat. But again, yeah, man, Francis. Again, he can easily. I feel like he can easily get into that technician role. Again, he does not pull. at all. Uh, and also,
He will sometimes. Now, when he does, he's capable.
yeah,
Not much
I
of a
didn't
puller.
not much of a puller. My bad. He is
Like,
not so much of a puller, and also, again, I think honestly, you know, he. I'll say it like this: potentially, he could be the best going into. When we say all it's all said and done, right?
yeah, I
For
agree with you.
but for
Yeah, it's
right
awesome.
now, I think he's still the third best. That's my answer.
A great minds think alike, man.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I think so too. And I think Miami ran play action. I think my bad. I don't mean interrupt you, run, but it's like play action out the gun. It's easier to see. I think with a quarterback that can fake the pass, where he's actually put his back behind the line, and then in the old school days they used to pull tackles to smack whoever they wanted to. Who just I mean they'll pull them anywhere just to smack whoever they wanted to as a blocking assignment. I think and I know would do some damage on that shit. Just if he gets like a free hit on somebody, I don't care what tackle it is. He I don't care what tackle it is in the league. I think he'll get his ass. It could be Quentin Williams. He'll get him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Same, same. Maybe like first top five pick in a second if he falls that. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
People can't draft, bro.
Yeah, I
I'd be
know.
surprised too. Yeah, actually, with you, that means that a lot of skill positions, a lot of skill positions, got drafted if he falls to the second. Yeah, that would.
Mm-hmm. And there's a team in the top five that needs a tackle, or top 10 that needs a
That
tackle.
team
So
needs
I
to
think
tackle.
so
Yeah.
I think that so I think that it's you know.
All right,
Hey,
boys.
TikTok fam, man, y'all chime on in, y'all come on in, man. I see some people over here. I'm looking at my TV. I look like y'all coming in, man. Y'all tell us how y'all feel about this about this draft. If
Yeah,
y'all hear
man.
what we're talking about, man.
Yeah, man. TikTok crowd. I don't know. Not many people watch O linemen, man, but we do, man. We just we got to pay attention to every position over here in football, man. And these cats really don't get the credit, but they're. I mean, obviously, the offensive line is a very important aspect to your team. So we're just trying to give y'all some insight about what to look for in a line and some what to look for in offensive alignment whenever y'all watch football and whatnot. Just pay attention, man. There's some battle going on that line.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
All right, man. Let me get to it though, man. My second tackle. These Utah kids, man. Basically, I'm gonna just let y'all know the Utah kids take 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Mm-hmm.
really impressed by them. And my second is Caleb Lomu, man. I think he's another cat too that stayed with Utah all this time.
Mm-hmm.
Never not a transfer type of cat. Basically stayed into Utah his whole college career. 6'6", 308 on the lighter side too. Probably no, I think he's a legitimate 308. I think he's got a lot of power in that frame for his size though, man. I think he's stronger than his I don't think I know he's stronger than Fano on the other side, on the left, on the right side. I know he's stronger than him. You can just look at the tape and see that he's stronger than him, but it's not surprising. He weighs more than him. But I mean, I was just impressed how strong he looked for his size, man. He's athletic too. I mean, all them Utah tackles, if you know their scheme, they pull tackles. And they'll pull them to the left and they'll pull them to the right. Your ass will get pushed to the sideline all night because it's just like And he finishes too, man. I mean, once he pulls, he's moving. He's moving. He ain't moving. He ain't stopping his feet. Nah, man, he's moving. He's like a goddamn Mack truck. That's going somewhere. He's a smart player too. He recognizes stunts and twists. I mean, he really does. He can recognize stunts and twists. He's also communicating with the quarterback and the center on the line too, which is really just a center. Which is really just a center capability. And I always find that impressive. The only type of other cat that I see kind of do that is Seaton, Jordan Seaton. He
Mm-hmm.
communicates with the center too. Yeah, I know that's nowhere near a prospect for the draft yet. Um, not this season at least, but in the upcoming seasons, yeah, Proctor's gonna. Yeah, Proctor's gonna be up there. But no, he's a smart player. The only weakness I couldn't really find any weakness to him is just the fact that look, he's the same thing. I mean, if you're a bigger pass rusher type of cat, I think you could push him down. But I think he's got some counter game to his thing. He knows how to anchor down. He knows how to use his hand movements. I think he understands leverage. Uh, sometimes I have him. Sometimes I debate if he was my one because he's just the most polished out of everybody. I feel like in this draft, but I keep him at two because I feel like this is I want to say this right. He's not a high ceiling guy because I feel like he's already he'll get a little bit better as time goes on. This is just a low floor guy, which means the fact that low floor, which means hey, he's safe. He's real fucking yeah. Well, nah, yeah, he's real fucking safe. So if you do pick him, I think you got a day one starter. I think he will get better, but as far as him, like we just talked about, as someone like Manny Noah, where we see like there's a lot of room to growth. I don't think so. I think this is already a polished prospect. I think he will get a little better, but I think what you see is what you get, and I like what I see. So solid starter, solid rotational piece. Not a rotational piece, but y'all get what I'm saying. Basically, this is like a piece that you need if you want to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I could say this could be 1B, 1A, you know, in the situation. Of course, again, it's I was saying the same thing. It kind of makes me want to put Lomu at one, but hmm, it's kind of hard because the both Utah tackles. I'll say this first: both Utah tackles be like they do some damage, both of them. But it's really hard to identify Lomu. It really is as a weakness. Like I was watching earlier, everything he was doing, it just seemed like it was the right thing to do. Um, but this is kind of like the hard. This kind of like hard because I could decide for the safest thing. Um I'll say Lumu at two. I'll say that just because um, again everything he does is right. It seems everything he does is right. It's very hard to identify anything when it comes up to a weakness. I even tried looking at his feet. I even tried looking at like you know bull rush, speed rush. He seems to be fine with that as well. Um, so it's really hard to kind of say anything else, but he could be 1B, and then the other cat could be 1A. So that's how I look at it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I got you. I got to check Omu. Mhm. Come on, let me hear you about Kenny Proctor though, man. I know you probably got some negatives on there. I agree. Mm, okay.
Like
He,
he,
I, man, I don't know where
like
you get
it's
that
like
from.
he's doing a dance on a there's something like that. Yeah, like he's doing a dance out there. Hey, you can't. You're not. Yasmin said that she can't hear you.
What? We can hear you. Oh, yeah. Mhm. Yep. Mm, I feel you. Yeah, I agree with you. Yep. See, I'm big on potential too. I, I mean, I don't want to interrupt, bro. I don't interrupt.
1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
Rolly, you still can't. You still not being. I can only hear. Yeah, you still not getting heard. She said she can only hear you from OG. Hear me and OG. But she can't hear you.
Hold on. Sorry, y'all.
Real quick,
Going on.
I'm gonna have the audio playing real quick. Hold on,
Yeah.
real quick. Sorry, y'all. OG. But she can't hear you. Let me see. Sorry,
You sound like you got that little voice module.
y'all. Let me
On
see.
me.
Appreciate you,
It
yeah.
it was OBS. I didn't have it set up. Yes, can you hear me now? Let me know. Let me know.
Oh,
I'm gonna just go around quickly say my my top thing because they
Appreciate
couldn't
you.
hear me when I was talking. So let me go ahead and say this real quick.
you gonna have to
Uh,
run down your list again too, cause
yeah,
I'm
I'm run
scrolling
down.
back.
I ain't gonna say everything with it, but I'm gonna just run down. At 5, I had Blake Miller, Clemson right tackle. At 4, technically I had old Levi Vega. I own it, but we was doing technically tackles, so that's on me. But I put Caleb Lomu in his spot instead, which is crazy. I know, but y'all can argue with me in the comments. Fuck niggas. Anyway, at 3 we got Francis. My, I can't
How you
pronounce his name. For right tackle,
how you
that's for
know?
me. Yeah, and everything that y'all heard them explain on these guys with their strengths and weaknesses, I pretty much had the same thing. So that's why I'm not
I
explaining.
think
And at 2, I had Caden Proctor. As I said, big as shit, dominates in gap and power schemes, 35-inch arms. He just need to stop the wax on, wax off shit and be a fucking man and get up in there and get up in their chest. You feel me? Weaknesses when he goes against savvy pass rushers and they get him committed to one side and they switch it up on him. His change of direction, he has to work on that. Change of course, everything. Zone blocking is inconsistent, and hand placement can drift wide, especially against elite speed rushers. So that's a lot of those in the NFL. So he just got some things to clean up. But I said I put him at 2 because I'm really big on potential, and I know that Loma will probably get drafted before this kid. Like Caden Proctor probably go as we said, second,
early
second.
second, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I'm really big on potential, and I think he can be a Trent Williams type of guy. If he lose that weight, get the right development. That's what I was looking at. But yeah, sorry, I know y'all couldn't hear me this whole time.
Don't worry, we'll edit the strengths and weaknesses I think D can figure out. Man,
Mhm.
Here's my question for y'all, man, because I'm like rolling too. Potential, I like to keep it a balance, but potential does have like a place on where I put my rankings at, man. Because when I look at guys, I say that's probably really safe in this damn draft. But I'm telling you, like when you draft him, that's it. That's what you get. It's my man out of Oregon. Played a lot of football. 5th year senior. Started. I think he started at I forgot the college. I want to say Old Dominion or some lower school, kind of like that. Something with blue. Then he transferred to Oregon, man. Isaiah World.
Mm.
I really just feel like he's just like, hey, this is it. This is it. But I think he's capable too. But that's why I got him outside the top 5. I'm like, bro, you know, I'm trying to find out what's the ratio and mix for y'all when y'all put in potential into what y'all see on the film where like this is the guy, I know what he does and do, versus potential. Where does that play a part? Are y'all somebody that will put like, hey, this is a more polished prospect, I'm gonna put him in front of it just because that's just how it is, or you try to balance those two things? What's the ratio for y'all?
See, I'm gonna just say this, because honestly, I feel like this. If I was to go off potential, then I would say that Francis would be number one,
One,
right?
right. Yeah.
If I'm basing it on the skill set and stuff like that, then I would say one of them Utah boys would be number one, right? So more like I'm talking when I'm talking about skill set. In this sense, I'm talking more skill set, right? Of
Mhm.
course, potentially, I could say if we talking all this, I could say Caden Proctor 4, Monroe 5, one of the two YouTube, I mean, not YouTube, Utah boys 2, 3, and then I could say Magnolia 1, right? But like I said, I'm basing it on skill because of course, potential plays a part in that. But like a lot of the times, especially kind of going into like the draft, especially with the combine and all that, right? People are really kind of looking at more skill than they see potential in this situation, right? Even though it should be more based on, I feel like personally, GMs mess up because they base it on what they see. It comes up to
Oh, my bad. No, my bad. Didn't even interrupt. I feel like GMs, I think they really fuel off of potential. I think the only thing I mean, they watching. I don't know how. I always ask the question. I don't know how much film do GMs actually watch because I don't know if they just listen to their scouts or see draft day. See, I don't know. See, hopefully one of these days we could get somebody with the up and know about how the draft process works and see who listens to who. I always felt like GMs when they see what they see is just measurables, and then they'll go off of that, and then they'll listen to their scouts. Well, what's he got? What can he do? And then I always felt like GMs are kind of more potential guy, but who knows? I don't know. That's just how I always thought.
yeah, I see that. I do see that. But again, just based off my opinion on this, I feel like doggone that I'm going off skill. Now, of course, again, like I said, potential. Francis one. If I'm talking about anything else besides that, and I see those Utah boys being those guys. So, did I answer your question in a
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, it did.
Okay, okay.
Mhm. Bro,
Well, I'm gonna throw another thing in there. I went off potential and size. Size is a weird one. It's kind of an outlier. Not a lot of people throw size in there. I really
yeah,
went with size, and of course, if you go in size, then what Francis and Jade
okay.
Proctor would be probably
Kaden,
top two in that.
yeah.
Caden, damn, yeah, but yeah. So I went off potential and size because I think potential wise they 1A 1B. So but yeah, man. But
See,
Loma a
the
dog, man. I
best.
don't want to take nothing from that. He definitely going before both of them. So
See, the best thing, the funny thing about it is because every position is different in a sense, right?
hmm
Like, of course, with the bigger guys, we looking at size, we looking at potential skill set. But like for like a receiver, probably more like looking at skill set. We're
oh yeah,
looking
for
at
sure. Speed,
like how
shit.
how high they jump, how speed. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do like about having those kind of like questions where it's like you have to. Are you more concerned about potential, or are you more so concerned about skill set in this? Um,
Hey,
it's just different.
make sure you ask that every after every evaluation that we do for these different positions, man. Kind of what we was looking at. I would look, skill set, potential thing for every other. I
Yeah.
like that was a good question. I like that question.
Mm-hmm.
Got you, bro. Got you. All right, y'all. Well, here comes our ones, man. The final of it all.
Yes, sir.
Man, I got yes, sir. I got Spencer Fano as one, man. I like this
Yeah.
kid. I really think I really think they gave him some favorable ass measurables when I went to Utah's website. Cause one of the first comment I wrote, I put like an arrow up where I think what his real height or real weight is. Cause on Utah they said, hey, Fano is 6'6", 302. I was like, bullshit, bro. I can look at that. Look at that. If you look at him, like, bro, I can't wait till D edit this because you gonna put a picture. If you look at him, motherfucker is out. You can see that motherfucker is lean. I said, oh hell no, bro. Nah, bro. 288. So I think he's really 288. I don't think he's 302. I think he's 6'5".
Mhm.
But hey, look, man, size. Hey, look, for me, I'm not too big on. If you could play, you could play. I'm not too big on size, but I understand that comes with some weaknesses too, man. But for his size, Fanoga is an impact blocker. I mean, when he comes off that block and he lands, you going backwards. That motherfucker's bringing that oomph to the block. Now, sometimes he doesn't push like how I want him to, but when he comes impact, it's like car collision. Bam, bam. And then sometimes, I mean, D brought it up the fact that hey man, he's to finish a little better. And then, yeah, that's something I think too. I think he's got the capability to finish. Or some plays you can see him finish, but he needs to do it more consistently, man. But when he comes off that block, he's got some oomph to him, man. It's just like, I don't know, you gonna feel him. I may be small, but you gonna feel me, man. I think his most biggest strength is the fact that he's just athletic as shit. And I mean, he's controlled with it too. It's not wild. It's not wild. It's not lumbering around, just lumbering. It's not lumbering around where he's out of control. No, it's control. It's to the pack and it's an impact. I like it. You just get straight to the point when it comes to off those pulling runs, the zone schemes. I mean, a zone scheming team. Um, Anybody that likes to run them GT counters and whatnot, they gonna love him because he's gonna get there. And he rarely misses with his hands in the open field too. He's not somebody that's bro. Like I said, he finds an open field landmark, bam, done. I think when it comes to it's the only thing I had a question on this pass blocking is the fact that, well, how really good is he at it, man? I think he's capable. I think he's got nice technique and whatnot, man. But Utah gets the ball out fast. I mean, like fast. They don't really have like long. They don't really have like long snaps. Excuse me. They don't really have like they probably do have long developed plays, but what I'm saying is the ball comes out so fast, we don't really see what it would look like on an NFL passing, like a passing level, pass protection level that in Utah it doesn't really replicate that in their offense. Um, like I said, not much of a nasty finisher. And he probably won't be in the NFL later. I think he's just going to be an impact blocker. I think you can't really teach nastiness. It's just got to be in you. Um, Other than that, I think I mean, I'm really big on Spencer Fano, man. I really like the kid, man. I think he can play. Um, like I said about the question on pass blocking, obviously the best pass rusher he probably went against was David Bailey, Texas Tech. And like I said, the ball came out so fast. I mean, like, bro, where plus Bailey kind of was on Lomu's side. Bailey used to switch, but he's mostly on kind of on Lomu's side. They would kind of switch, and then sometimes in that game too, they dropped Bailey back into coverage. I'm like, bro, let him pass rush. Um, Other than that, because I didn't really see too much one on ones between them, but other than that, he is my number one. I think I really like this. I really think he can play. Um, I'll say where he's projected at after y'all got it done with y'all stuff.
I forgot to do that for Lomu. Um, Let me see. So yeah, again, yeah, as I said before earlier, Fano is number one. As I said, then Utah Cats they had basically two first rounders on that field on that lineman, two first rounders. Again, OG said most of it. You know, yeah, I feel like he's a better run blocker than pass blocker, but of course, it's not by much. I feel like he does not finish a lot of stuff, but that can, again, as OG said, you have to have that in you. Um, and basically, honestly, when he touches you, like you're staying on him. You're not really going off of him much. I seen some clips when he went against Texas Tech. Of course, myself, because Texas Tech had probably the best. People say so. People had the best defense, right, this year, right. Again, the ball was getting thrown quick from both the tackles. Man, they it was kind of hard for them to actually kind of hard for us to actually see, how they actually played, right? So OG does have a point where we want to actually see how he is in pass protection for real. As a run blocker, man, you can use him in so many ways. If you can use him as a puller, I mean, you can use him in zone fits. I think what's called zone fits, right?
Yeah, zone fits,
zone schemes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, man. I think he's the number one pick. It's based off skill set, not potential.
Yeah, man. My number one, man, Will Campbell. Fucking dog. Let me stop trolling.
Okay, I was about to say, I know you're not talking about. All right, I caught you. I was like, Will Campbell. Okay.
Man, y'all, yeah, it's Spencer Fano, man.
I love it. I don't care. I like Will Campbell come out of LSU. He had it. Nah, I saw that shit.
He gonna be
y'all
fine.
Know I watch LSU. Yeah, I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
now I saw that shit because y'all know I'm second team LSU. I saw Will Campbell, and I saw what he did against what Will Anderson and Dallas Turner did to him. I said, he was a freshman. He was a freshman, a sophomore when he. And I said, this is gonna be a good player. I don't care. Oh, yeah, he'll get better.
He'll be fine, man. But I'm still trolling for now. Spencer Fano, man. Utah. Hey, man, if you're a lineman, go to fucking Utah. All right, go to Utah. I mean, because they play fast, so just go to Utah. You don't gotta protect that damn long. You don't gotta protect too long, okay?
You don't. Hey, but you gotta. Hey, but you gotta be fast. You gotta be fast.
You do gotta be fast. You gotta be fast.
You gotta be cool.
Look, you better know how to run block too.
If you're on the lighter side as a tackle, definitely go to Utah for sure. But yeah, man, this man moves like a damn tight end. Maybe even faster than tight end sometimes. The way he be looking, shit, I don't know. Good lateral agility, body control, climbing to the second level, explosiveness, beating defenders to the spot, reach blocks and pulls. Man, he be on this assignments like easiness, bro. Outstanding balance and recovery. Some weaknesses. Of course, he's smaller. Carries a more lean build. But shit, the strength is there, man. I don't know. I don't know. Relies heavily on flash techniques and pass protection, so that's why we got to see a little more. You know what I'm saying? We just ain't seen enough. But if you go to that right team, then shit, we might not see enough. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have much. Opens outside half too quickly, where edge rushers could get advantage. Every now and then. From some of the tape I saw.
Probably my bad on it. Probably because he feels like he's fat. He can get there probably.
Yeah. It just depends. At the NFL level, you'll have to go through your wins and your losses to kind of figure it out. Like, certain niggas I can do this against. Certain niggas I can't do this against. Ideal fit in a wide zone, outside zone scheme where his ability to reach and pull and climb to the second level becomes a genuine weapon. And I see him, motherfucker might go top 10, 15, top 13. I'm gonna say top 13.
Look. I don't know what pick Baltimore has now, but I would like to have him for like a Ronnie Stanley replacement.
I'll see what nut. I don't even see.
I wouldn't mind that.
I see a play. I see a. My bad, bro. Are you done? My bad.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Like, if for a team like Baltimore, I think he'll fit, especially Derek. Even though Derek kind of runs between the tackles, but hey, Derek will always be there, man. They ever wanted to just change it up and maybe get Lamar, not even a walled game, but like that old, they call it dart or dash, I forgot, but basically it's a play action where the quarterback is y'all seen on Madden where it's sliding. Well, Madden has a version of it, but he's basically sliding and the line moves one way with him.
Yeah,
and then usually a tackle is pulling, knocking out like a linebacker. And then you got like a little couple of passing concepts that go against where they going to, so you could throw across. I can see someone like I can see a play like that with Lamar rolling on his right side with a note, basically clearing out whoever got him, and now he's got time. Bam, on the run. I can see it.
Yeah, so top 15. So at 1 you got Las Vegas, 2 New York Jets, 3 Arizona, 4 Tennessee Titans, 5 New York Giants, 6 Cleveland Browns, 7 Washington Commanders, 8 New Orleans Saints, 9 Kansas City. Will Kansas City take them? I don't know.
Yeah, Josh Simmons on the left side, and Fano's the right side. So yeah, but my thing is, Josh Simmons is kind of like what we said. He's kind of big and lumbering too. He ain't really all that much of a puller. He's more of a pass
A
protection kid.
pass, pass protection cat.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Then
It
you got
depends on if Andy Reid.
Cincy at 10. It's on because they don't run the ball enough for me. I don't think they gonna. I don't know. 11 Miami, 12 Dallas, 13
Miami,
Atlanta. Whoa, traded to LA Rams.
So Atlanta already got their tackles. If they want to get greedy.
It say Atlanta Falcons traded to LA Rams at 13.
Oh, they did.
Who did they get?
I don't know. What? I don't know how true this is.
It might have been somewhere. It might have been somewhere like last year when they might have done something like a trade.
I think so. That's
if so,
happened,
oh shit! God dang, Rams always in a good position, bro. If they do, that's crazy.
Hold on, I don't know. Y'all talk about this.
I think Rob Havenstein had retired too, so I think that would be kind of like a good position for them to actually kind of get somebody.
Oh yeah, it came from last year.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it came from last year. So it was the reason. It's the reason how it's how Atlanta got James Pierce.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, and then Baltimore's right behind that. So yeah, I definitely see him going top 15.
What you think about D?
I'm just saying, like, but for who though? Because like, I'm trying.
I can show you the whole trade. In 2025, the Falcons acquired a 26th pick in the first. This is after they already picked. Even though that's crazy, I thought Pierce was picked before. Remember they got 2 defensive ends in that draft last year.
That was Jalon Walker at 11.
Jalon?
And that's crazy. Damn, Jalon Walker got to step up, bro. That's crazy. Pierce, that's all right. So that's crazy. So Pierce was the 26th pick, right? Mm-hmm. So what happened was the Falcons acquired the 26th pick and a 2025 third round pick from the Los Angeles Rams. In exchange, the Rams received the Falcons' 2025 second pick, the 2025 seventh round, and the 2026 first round pick. That's how the Rams got the first round pick.
Isn't that something? The Rams could really, I don't know.
They would pick Sean McVay ain't really. No, Sean McVay. I mean, they can do it. I mean, you like running 13 personnel, and why not have like an athletic ass tackle just do your zone block or whatever? Do whatever I can see it.
Ooh, boy. That's tough. I didn't know they had that shit.
Good conversation, man. Shit. I can't wait till we start doing the more sexier positions.
I was about to say,
it's gonna get crazy.
It's gonna get.
I already got my wide receiver list, man. If that's what y'all want to do next, or y'all want to say that a little bit later.
We'll say that later. That's gonna be we'll say that one. Say that one.
Let's do a crazier one. Let's do quarterbacks because I think it's not really much to talk about after after Mendoza. We could look and see who.
That'll be an interesting one. I'm down for that. I'm down with that.
I got I'm ready to say my quarterback opinions, man. I am. I think
Diego probably at 5.
He might be 5 for real, man. I know I'm high on Trinidad, man. I'm high on Trinidad.
I'm super high on him. Damn near number 2. He probably 2 for me, but I can see Nussmeier going 5. Top 5. I think Nussmeier top 5 for sure.
I have no idea. Jalen Daniels gonna fall. He had a pretty good triangle. He's gonna fall somewhere in the 4th or 5th. That's a name you're gonna see just like Malik Willis pop out in the league.
Mm.
No, he can play. No, he can play quarterback. Now too, if you really want to. Hey, why am I talking? Wait, we gonna get to the video.
We'll
Man.
get
We
to it.
gonna
We'll
get
get
to
to it. We'll get to it.
We'll
We're
get to
excited
it.
about that one.
We'll get to it.
That'll be next.
Locked In Fam, in TikTok and YouTube, man, y'all make sure to let us know how y'all feel about y'all's, top 5 tackles. If you want us to, engage with you, let us know who's your tackle that's number 1 in the draft, and why.
Put it in the comment section, man.
Put it in the
Put your
comment section, man. You know
Put
what
your
I'm saying?
top 5s and 10s, man. We want to hear it, man. This is football talk.
Right. Football talk. Sure. With that being said, Yasmin just joined again. With that being said, yeah, man, this is a continuation of the draft, man. We like talking about draft. We ain't done yet. We're gonna continue this, but let's get to it.